WBAY TV, your first alert station. Action 2 News This Morning live stream starts now.
It's good to have you with us on this Thursday morning, our Action 2 News This Morning live stream. I'm Tammy Elliott.
And I'm Emerson Lehman. Thanks for streaming along with us this morning. Starting our live stream with Kristen Allen, who sharing a very important topic on something that really has impacted a lot of people. And the statistics that you shared this morning were pretty mind-blowing to me. 1 in 5 adults dealing with some type of mental health challenge, right?
That's right. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and so there's one healthcare system in our area, Amplify Behavioral Health by Bellin, and they have this really powerful image, which is behind us here, these green pinwheels in their lawn. This is at their facility in Alloway, and these 920 pinwheels here, they represent the number of people who died by suicide in the state in 2023. So you may be wondering why 2023. There is a bit of a lag time in reporting, so that is the most current data. But a big number, and especially when you said that 1 in 5 people is pretty significant to be dealing with a mental health challenge.
And I think that, you know, we are talking more about it, which is so important, and that's what Bellin is trying to do.
Right, raising awareness for this. And so a couple of themes for this month is just not being afraid to talk about it. I think people overall, there's a lot more awareness about mental health, especially when you think about in schools and with kids. And I think when I was in school and high school, we never talked about mental health. So there's more awareness, but people still shy away from talking about it just a little bit. And there's a little bit of shame sometimes that comes with it. So really this is about not being afraid to talk about it in the sense of sharing your struggles with others, because maybe people can relate to you. But also if you're worried about someone, not being afraid to ask them or talk to them about it, especially if someone might be depressed and maybe you are concerned that they're having suicidal thoughts. Some people think that asking someone directly if they are having suicidal thoughts increases that risk or puts the idea into their head. It doesn't. It actually opens up the door, maybe makes them think, okay, if somebody's asking me, I can talk about it now. And that's what the provider from Amplify said. He said that be direct, ask, because that is the best way to sort of be on the right path to getting someone help.
And pulling back the curtain a little bit, personally, I have some experience with it from, I wear this black bracelet every morning, my friend that committed suicide, but I loved what that person said of, you know, just being direct with them and don't beat around the bush, so to speak, because you'll perhaps be regretting that later if you don't speak up and try and address that ahead of time.
Right, and I'll be honest, I mean, I'll say that I have anxiety. A lot of people have anxiety. That's like the most general thing. A lot of people know my story with my daughters and them being sick, and I went through it. Now I'm going to get emotional, but this is the point, right? To talk about it, to share. I go through a lot of struggles in worrying about, you know, if they get sick. You know, the slightest, you know, runny nose or sickness makes me like panic, and I think, oh my God, here we go again. We're going to be in the hospital. We're going to be on life support. You know, no, that's not necessarily what's going to happen, but that's what gets into your brain, right? And that's, you know, it's a slippery slope once you go there. And so I've had to do a lot of work with that to, you know, calm some of those fears and get a better, you know, handle on things. And I can admit that. So
yeah, I think that's so important, like you said. I mean, having the conversation, talking about it, and how that has changed. And so Bellin furthering that message and talking about it. And I had asked, I was like, where is this? And you said it's in Alloway at their clinic.
Yeah, so the clinic is on, it's in Alloway on St. Joseph Street. So St. Joseph Street runs off of Webster, so it's kind of tucked back there a little bit. But there's a psychiatric hospital there. And they are for people who are dealing with very acute situations who need to be inpatient. But also connected to that, we've done stories on that as well, as there's the new Children's Wisconsin Clinic for kids, the 24/7 walk-in clinic if a kid is experiencing some, you know, needs to be seen urgently. So, and that's really huge too, because, you know, kids are dealing with things too, and they always have been, we always have been. It's just now there's more awareness and we're talking about it, but obviously still more work that needs to be done in that aspect of talking about it. And if you need help, if you're struggling, we do have resources on our website, wbay.com/suicide prevention, if you want some tips and ideas about how to talk to someone, if you're worried about someone. And of course, if you need urgent care, you can always call 988, the Suicide Lifeline and Crisis Line.
Kristen, such an important topic. Love that you matched the display as well this morning. We appreciate you sharing that with folks this morning, so thank you so much. We want to check in with Aisha now as we're taking a live look this morning at First Alert traffic. Those roadways, Aisha, really going to be picking up later over the next few days as the busy travel weekend kicks off.
Yeah, we know the drill when we get into Memorial Day, the holiday weekend, things get a lot busier. And you know, there's some construction here happening in Sheboygan, I-43 at Highway 23. A lot of these projects that we talk about normally day to day, like projects like this in Sheboygan or the I-41 expansion project in the Valley and beyond, a lot of those will be on pause for the holiday weekend, which is great. Wisconsin DOT, they just say they want to be able to open up some of these lanes for people because we are expecting a lot more folks on the road. And a look right here at other areas in northeast Wisconsin. So parts of Winnebago County, there's the Valley again, and parts of Brown County. We do have dry roads this morning as people are getting out and about. Take advantage when it's like this and avoid some of these peak times is my best advice to you. But if you have to travel, make sure that you plan ahead, give yourself lots of time, be patient with other drivers. Those peak times start today at noon on through 9, and then for tomorrow as early as 11 on through 8. And Monday, so Sunday we get a little bit of a break. I think most people are doing their thing. And then Monday is when things pick up again from noon to 5. So again, plan ahead. We know how those highways get. They get so congested. But there's still some issues because despite the fact that they're opening up some of these projects, for example, Richmond Street, that bridge closure, it's out of commission. So a lot of people are using Ballard 441. Yesterday, it was a mess, actually. There were several crashes, backups, closures, just because of that one bridge being out, and it caused quite the mess out there. So again, plan ahead and please be alert for other drivers, people on motorcycles, pedestrians, all of that. It's actually a pretty dangerous weekend statistically. So we just want everybody to be safe, guys.
All right, Aisha, thank you. And of course, another portion of the holiday weekend is the weather. And so checking in now with Steve as we're talking about some pretty cold temperatures. Cool, I guess. Okay, not cold. Cool.
I feel like I've really drilled it into your head about being careful with the adjectives.
But you know what? If you're up north and it's what, like in the 20s up there? Come on,
I know.
That's cold for May.
You know what? For late May, yeah. That's cold. And the Weather Service, they had upgraded right before our newscast started at 4:30. The frost advisory in the blue here to a freeze warning in northern Marinette County and Forest and Florence counties. So freeze warning still in effect for about another, 48 minutes. Frost advisory continues for the Highway 64 corridor in Adair County. The low temperatures this morning, as Tammy told you, 20s in the north. Got down to 27 this morning in Iron Mountain. It didn't get any colder than 37, though, in Wausau and in Sturgeon Bay. To the south of Green Bay, we didn't drop below the 40s because of some passing clouds overhead. And these are our current temperatures. We're at 45 in Appleton, 42 in Green Bay, and 42 in Manitowoc. Now, in the Valley, Green Bay, and over towards Manitowoc, we are seeing some sun, but to the west, there's some clouds, and these will drift on through today. And so, yeah, we've got a blue sky in Manitowoc, but I think that sun is going to not completely disappear, but it might get a little bit filtered or dim as the clouds arrive in the next few hours. There's Manitowoc's temperature here at 42 degrees. We'll see highs in the 50s this afternoon, a high of 58 in Green Bay. Just like yesterday, another cool, crisp, and brisk day with that east to northeast wind blowing in right off of Lake Michigan.
I'm not going to lie, though, Steve, and you'll get to the next weather maker here coming up, but I saw the Super 7-day forecast as we wrapped up our regular newscast, and the humidity that's toward the end of it, like, I'm not hating this week. It's a little bit cool, sure, but we're not dealing with that humidity out there.
So, on that vibe,
yeah,
you know, maybe during this holiday weekend, if you've got those like window air conditioning units, put them in.
Get them ready.
Get them ready. You don't need them now, right? But when it becomes humid and muggy and warm, you'll be happy you did so. Between now and that warm up, there will be a few showers. This is our next weather maker at times into the weekend, but before you start worrying about your outdoor plans during the holiday weekend, they're just slight chances. Now, here we are breaking it down. 30% chance tomorrow night, 30% chance Saturday. That's a 30% chance of a pop-up storm Sunday afternoon. So you could look at it this way. Each of those time periods have a 70% chance that you'll stay dry. So we've got 2 areas of low pressure to our west. That one in New Mexico, it's probably going to pass mainly southeast of us. That one in the northern Rockies, passing mainly north and west. We're only getting glancing blows from these disturbances. So, the rain chances will stay small. So first alert pinpoint predictor, this is tomorrow, Friday. Sunshine mixed with some clouds, especially in the afternoon and evening. If you're going out for a bite to eat Friday night, you might want the umbrella. A couple little showers come through, but they're very spotty and light. And this continues into Saturday. A lot of clouds on Saturday, but not a lot of rain, as that rain chance stays low at 30%. And these clouds will get erased away as we go deeper into the holiday weekend. This is your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. We go from low and mid 60s tomorrow and Saturday to a high of 75 on Sunday. Let me show you the high temperatures across the area on First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. Approaching 80 in central Wisconsin, but Bayside and Lakeside highs will be in the 60s. Tiny chance of a pop-up storm. And on Memorial Day Monday, high of 81. We'll probably have partly cloudy skies Monday morning for the various parades across the area. De Pere, Seymour, and of course in Appleton. Temperatures will be rising through the 60s and into the low 70s.
All right, Steve, thanks so much. We appreciate that. We've got Appleton behind us here in our Skycam this morning, and there's a reason for it. The city being turned into a massive scavenger hunt.
Yeah, this is so fun. And Margaret College joining us this morning. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having
early
me.
this morning. So this is pretty exciting. This is happening right now. Tell us about it.
This is. It's a program that we launched the beginning of May. What it is we took all the things that we want to teach people about the city of Appleton, and we gamified it.
Okay.
And we turned it into a game. So what people do is they just have to download an app. You can go to our website, appletonparkandrec.org. We based it out of our Park and Rec department, and you can literally click and go. So the wonderful thing is it's free for everyone, thanks to our sponsor, the Appleton Noon Optimists. What we did was take our Resident Leadership Academy. What that is people come and they sign up and they can learn all about the city behind the scenes. It's 10 weeks, you have to go, and we've had a lot of positive feedback about it, but also it's a big commitment. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to take it and bring it a different version. So people can do this on their own time. They can do it at their own pace, because this challenge is open until the end of October. So it's great. So what you do is you take the app, you load it up, and there'll be a bunch of missions in there, and then you just click and go.
And when you mentioned missions, so if you can, share some examples. What are some things that maybe a family, if they're looking for something to do this Memorial Day weekend, they can go out and about? What are some of the fun things that they'll be doing with that?
Yeah, so you have to do a little research. So one of the ones I love is that people don't know, like Appleton has a sidewalk poetry program. So you can actually submit poetry, and then when we redo pieces of sidewalk, we actually stamp it in. So you can submit that. So one of the missions is find some of that poetry, take a picture of it. So you have to learn about it, find the map of where all of that is, things like that. A lot of people don't know that Appleton owns a golf course. Where is that golf course? Which one is it? There's a lot of golf courses.
Sure.
So kind of learning things as you go and get out and find where they are.
And you mentioned families, Emerson. Are people already getting involved in this? It's been open since May, right?
Yeah,
The first
we
of May?
already have over 90 teams, individuals that are signed up. You can do it as a family, as a team. You can do it by yourself. And so we kind of take it, every mission that's completed, somebody's learning something about the city of Appleton. So we have over 1,200 missions already completed.
Wow.
So we're on our way. So it's definitely something fun to do. We have it's neat to just kind of see, you can click in the app and then it goes over to completed. Each mission you complete, you get points, of course. So there's got to be an incentive to do it. So as you collect points, so many points, you get your name in for prizes. If you finish all of the missions, you can become an ultimate Appleton champion. So definitely there'll be certificates for those people. Another one of the challenges is to actually ride the bus. I collaborated with 12 different departments in the city.
Sure.
The police department, the fire department, our Valley Transit, the library. So you're going to be all over the place. You can get a free ticket for the bus, ride the bus, learn about that. So there's lots of cool things.
It's so fun, and we spoke a little bit before the live stream started this morning, and you said, you know, just the engagement within the community and really kind of bringing people together and just celebrating the community. There's a lot of excitement about that, I imagine.
Yeah, for sure. I think people are really excited about learning. Even city employees that I've been working with and collaborating with, they've been doing the challenge. When you're in your own department, sometimes you don't know what another department is doing. It's like, oh, I didn't know that they had this or had this. So it's been a lot of fun just within the city itself.
You mentioned prizes. What, any
so,
insight? Can you tell us?
Yeah, well, we have gift cards, we have free golf, we have pool passes, we have ice cream with the mayor.
Oh,
nice.
So yeah, definitely lots of different things that people and families can win. One other part is that part of the missions you can do in place. A lot of it is just kind of research about the city. So we also are partnering with the Appleton Area School District so that some of the students can start it in the classroom and then take it home and go with their families and finish the interactive portion.
Well, Margaret, we appreciate you joining us this morning to share this. Make sure if you're living in Appleton or even the surrounding area, download that app and go visit. So many awesome places to see there. And that's going to do it for us on the live stream this morning. Make it a great Thursday, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.